We're going to places that on a normal routine tour you would never ever go to, you'd fly over. And so we find ourselves in places like Belém in North Brazil, just on the edge of the rainforest, and my goodness, did it rain.
They don't call it the rainforest for nothing, I suppose. This is the second day of torrential rain we've had. Pretty typical for this area, although a little stronger than normal, we've been told. You know, it builds up, all the heat comes out of the jungle, moisture comes into the air, and then about 2:30 in the afternoon it all falls out again, and today it's falling on top of us. So anyway, loads of plastic, loads of sweeping, trying to keep the equipment dry, lots of mosquitoes, dengue fever, torrential rains. But yeah, definitely beats a 9-to-5 job, I can tell you that much. We're about 3.5 hours away from doors, and there's some more thunder, and it'll be another great show tonight. You know, it's going to be packed out. Really excited Brazilian fans have not seen Maiden yet in this area. In fact, very few bands have actually been up this way, so that adds some extra excitement for some lifelong Maiden fans that are going to get to see them for the first time up here in the Amazon Basin, in the jungles of Brazil.
'Somebody who'll remain nameless decided to film a new DVD in Santiago and Buenos Aires due to the fact of the good crowd reactions and such. All the logistics were put together, months and months, sea containing out the Big Eddy, air freighting in the towers, extra drapes.
We did Rock in Rio, but it just seemed the turn to go further south. It's a long way to go down to Buenos Aires and Santiago, but the audiences are equally wonderful.
It's a big endeavour shooting DVD. Logistically, it makes it more complex. There's more people out there, more mouths to feed, more cameras in the audience, a lot more dealings with local authorities and approvals. But it's all in a day's work, you know. We plan accordingly and stay ahead of the game and make sure it's smooth and it all comes off the way we want it to on the day.
When they found them, had their arms wrapped around each other, tins of poison lying near by their clothes. The day they both mistook an earthquake for the fallout, just another when the wild wind blows.
Six o'clock in the morning we got up, and as you can see it's still dark, looks more like the end of a loadout than a load-in. Yeah, early start today, big show. Crew's been at it all night, we were down here yesterday. Yeah, this is Chile's national stadium. They were going to pull it down, but then they decided to keep it as a monument to all the people that were killed in here by Pinochet. This is one of the places where he executed thousands of people. They reckon up to 100,000 people were killed in his during his dictatorship. That was not that long ago, 1973. But we're here for something a bit more lively.
It can be quite distracting. You've got, I think there was 20 or 30 cameras. Every note, every move you make's being recorded. But you just got to try and forget about it.
Well, we recorded 47 channels of audio. Each guitar has 2 mics on each cabinet. There's 16 mics on the drums, keyboards, and again, like lots of audience, vocals, all added up to 47.
Because there's limited space on the plane, we have quite a small and compact and sophisticated recording system which takes feeds from the front desk, and we record everything digitally, and then we have a few other 7 or 11 different microphones around to capture the audience. The audience is an integral part of the Maiden experience. I mean, the audience is something else. They sing every song, every lyric. It's something to see. The Santiago crowd is particularly animated. 60,000 people, and I don't think there was anyone that wasn't singing along with them.
It was unbelievable tonight. The crowd here, the 60,000 people. This was something special. I mean, I thought Buenos Aires would be something to beat, but tonight was absolutely incredible.
I think it was a tremendous night, actually, and I think the band played really good. I came off of both those shows. I felt good about it myself.
It's nice to have a memento of, you know, that was us at this time, that was me at this time.
I mean, lucky enough this time we've got 2 shows to choose from, and we'll use stuff from both shows, I'm sure. I mean, the audience were fantastic both nights, so it's, you know, they are 2 of the best audiences in the world, without a doubt, which is why we wanted to do them there.
Here we are, we're about to launch off into sort of murky Chile towards Puerto Rico. Out of here, obviously, 7 hours and 16 minutes flight plan going to Chile, going over the Andes pretty much straight away. Speed of the beast.
Because of the size of the Iron Maiden shows, screens are a really important part of the production. We use a total of 8 cameras, 4 main cameras looking at all the band members, which you have to direct and cue.
Finishing on 4.
We carry 3 mini cameras of our own, which go on Nico. There is one other camera, which of course Eddie has, which gives us a good show to the screens. Do you know the band very well? If you know the band by name, it makes life easy for me, but if not, we can do it by a number system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across stage. This one you don't have to worry about because we have our own cameras. Do you need to translate? Or? We're here in Puerto Rico, 3 shows from the end. We've had some interesting challenges along the way with language barriers. With a lot of these countries, you get what you're given, and some of the kit I've seen has been hysterical. I mean, it's like early 80s, so you do have to take the rough with the smooth. This has been slightly easier here in Puerto Rico. It's been a very good meeting. We have had pretty interesting ones in South America, but this is a good one, and I've got a good feeling about the show tonight.
So to do 2 shows in Florida was great, and to finish off in Tampa, we hadn't been for 20 years or so. Capped off the tour well. I think at the end everyone was pretty well about time to go home.
And we're back in America now. We've been through Chile again, which was a fantastic gig. We've done Puerto Rico, and now we're in Florida doing the last 2 gigs, and it's been an absolutely fantastic tour.
It's not been the longest tour by any means, but for some strange reason doing it on Air Force One magnifies everything. You really are living in a fishbowl. You spend time with everybody every day for months on end when you're on tour. Time zone to time zone, different languages, different cultures. Every day the equipment's different, and we're all trying to make the show look and sound the same.
To the land, but I'll take his town. But I'll run it through. So when you're waiting for the next attack, you better stand, there's no turning back.
Been a 10 weeks, and then we get a few weeks rest and then do it all again in Europe.
I'm surprised. It seems to have flown. No pun intended there. Australia was a bit tough. That was the gig, the fly gig. It was just no sleep, no rest. I've had chest infections and colds and like most of the time. But having said that, it's been great.
It's been great. It's been really good. Spirits have been high. I think the band's enjoyed it as well.
All in all, I've had a blast. We're still standing. You know, it might have aged a little bit, maybe a few chinks in the armour,